Hi there crafters, Louise here. Thank you so much for checking out this video with something slightly different. Now, I keep a little journal of what I like to call a week in our life, and each little opening, I say it's probably about 6 by 8. Each little opening is just a single memory from a week in our life throughout the years. And you can see that I'm a little bit behind. I think I'm working on 2023 at the moment. But I started a few years ago. All the photos are in there and printed. It really just is a matter of sitting down and getting creative. And so what I wanted to do was to actually show you what this looks like and how I put it together. This is kind of just a really great way to see, particularly for me, I like to see the changes in my children's growth and even my own growth and our activities that we do, the places that we've been and who we've hung out with and that sort of thing. So it's a really simple little journal. I think this probably works best for me because I'm not a sequential scrapper. So I don't scrap by date directly. I just pick a photo, pick some elements and go ahead and create something, and then it goes into an album. So they're all dated, like all my layouts have dates on them, but it doesn't necessarily have an order to it when it goes in a 12 by 12 album. So for this, I really get the chance to keep those dates in alignment and make sure that the memory, what you see is actually happening at that day. So the week, I count them by week. So week 1 of the year all the way up to week 52 of the year. So it doesn't necessarily have the specific day or day of the month, but it's week to week. And I find as long as I print my photos and sort of store them in the week spot, that I can actually just sit down and bust out, like I've shared at the start of this video, the 4 little spreads that are in here. I'm not going to show you the filming of all of them, but you can just sort of see how I make this work for my particular style of scrapping. All right, particularly good is if you have a themed photo. So as you can see, I have this golf collection and a little golf photo of my boys. Junior golf, Saturday mornings we spend out on the golf course. Winter's a little bit of a challenge, but can be some beautiful days and some really great memories with this simple golf friends little layout in my week-to-week journal. So really fun. This is great for stash busting. It's great for sticker use. You don't have the pressure of creating a whole layout for this memory, and you can simply create just something small that's themed. Loving the little golf theme here. Some of these pattern papers are super cute and work really well for golf, so that's always nice and fun. Always remembering to make sure that I include some form of journaling, the little week note, and keeping it pretty simple with just some paper layers and some stickers. All right, so that's the first little spread share. There's a close-up for you. Now, next up we have the same journal but a different time period, and this was a really challenging photo. So it's the only one I have of my husband with his best friend celebrating his bestie's 40th. Of course, men, they're not particularly photo enthused, so the lighting was terrible. I quickly just snapped one while they happened to be chatting together, and they were both very unimpressed. But again, it's a challenging photo, and so I had to try and come up with something that would sort of coordinate with this, and I decided to go with that wood grain background. And looking through my stash, I found this little photo frame, and I thought the frame was really cute, so I'm going to cover up part of it and really just pull from stash. So as you can see, it comes down to just sort of what I have at hand, and like I said, this is just a really great way to use up bits and pieces that you have sitting there. Sometimes you can have created with something and have it on hand at your desk, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'll just keep using this. Well, that's me anyway. That's my style of scrapping. So if that doesn't apply to you, my apologies, and just keep tuning along. But as you can see, I have a little pile also of some journaling cutouts, and these are kind of what I reach for really often in order to record that journaled memory. So trying to, again, know what you like to scrap and how you scrap, and making sure that your elements and pieces work really well for you. So big important thing with these journals is to make sure that you are gluing things down. They don't have page protectors. If you don't glue them, your double-sided adhesive, well, if you're in Queensland, in the heat and humidity, I find double-sided tape does not keep forever, so I have to glue everything. And yeah, because there's no page protector to kind of keep it in place, gluing's really important. All right, final stages. You can see I have added some journaling. Journaling element for me is really important because it is keeping the official memories and making sure that it's not getting lost of who's in the photo and where we were and what we were doing. And then some stickers, just again pulling from stash, a few different bits and pieces, making sure that I'm happy with how everything looks. And then I'm going to photograph this and share it with you. At the end of this video, you'll see a couple more spreads. If you really enjoy watching this sort of thing, definitely drop me a comment, because I'm happy to do a bit more of this or explain it a little bit more. But it's really fun, and with that in mind, I hope that you've enjoyed that something different from me. Thanks so much for visiting, and as always, happy scrapping.